These days, it's not uncommon to walk into a home and find a furry friend wagging its tail in greeting. Dogs have truly become a staple in our lives, almost like essential decorations that make a house feel like a home. But have you ever stopped to think about the journey they've taken to get here? The struggles they've faced and the battles they've fought alongside humans? It's a story we often overlook. That's why in today's video, we'll explore the incredible evolution of dogs and the deeply rooted bond they share with us. It's a tale of resilience, companionship, and unwavering loyalty that has shaped our lives in ways we may not even realize. Canids, like dogs and their relatives, have been around for millions of years, starting after the dinosaurs went extinct. They're part of a big group called Caniformia, which also includes bears, raccoons, and seals. Canids have things in common, like walking with flat feet and having longer jaws with fewer teeth, which makes them different from cats and their relatives. About 50 million years ago, there was a big split in Caniformia. This split created two main families, one for cats and their relatives, and one for dogs and their relatives. This split kicked off a long journey of evolution that led to the many types of canids we have today. Modern dogs' ancient relatives started appearing about 40 million years ago in North America, when the environment was changing a lot. Back then, dense forests were turning into open grasslands during a time called the Oligocene epoch. Canids, like early dogs, changed to survive in this new place. They grew longer legs, which helped them chase after food better in these open areas. This change in lifestyle, focusing more on running, set the stage for further changes in the canid family tree. As time passed, canids kept changing and becoming different types of animals, each one fitting into its own special place in nature. The canid family tree splits into different groups, each with its own special traits and story of how they evolved. Some important ones are the Hesperocyaninae, Borophaginae, and Caninae, which played big roles in the evolution of dogs. The Hesperocyaninae is one of the first groups to appear within the Canidae family. They had creatures like Hesperocian, living in North America during the Eocene time. These ancient canids came in lots of shapes and sizes, some living in trees and others hunting on land. While some were happy eating both plants and meat, others, like Anhydrocyan, became specialists in eating meat, with strong jaws able to crunch through bones. The Borophaginae were a tough group of canids known for their strong jaws that could crush bones. Creatures like Apixion, nicknamed bone crushers, were common in North America during the Miocene time. They were big predators, some as large as bears, and they played a big part in how ecosystems worked by hunting and scavenging. But as big prey became scarce and competition from cats increased, the Borophaginae eventually died out during the Pleistocene time. Even though the Borophaginae disappeared, another group survived, the Caninae. This bunch is really varied and includes some of the oldest types of canids still around today, like the gray fox, Oricion, and its close relative, Metalopex. The gray fox is famous for being able to climb trees, which is rare for canids. Studying these animals gives us important clues about how today's dogs evolved. People have had a big impact on how modern dogs look and behave. By picking which dogs get to breed and by choosing specific traits like size or personality, humans have made dogs into all kinds of shapes and sizes. From tiny Chihuahuas to giant Great Danes, there's a huge variety of dogs out there because of centuries of careful breeding by humans. People have bred dogs for specific jobs and activities like herding, hunting, guarding, and just being companions. Dogs like Border Collies and German Shepherds are great at tasks needing smarts, speed, and following orders, while small breeds like Pomeranians and Shih Tzus are loved for being tiny and loving. In addition to physical traits, human selection has also influenced behavioral characteristics in dogs, such as trainability, sociability, and aggression. Breeds like the Labrador Retriever and Golden Retriever are renowned for their friendly and gentle demeanor, making them ideal family pets and therapy dogs. Conversely, breeds like the Doberman Pinscher and Rottweiler are valued for their protective instincts and loyalty, making them popular choices for guard and police work. Dogs are really important in cultures all over the world. Since ancient times until now, they've been seen as symbols of loyalty, bravery, and friendship. In lots of traditional cultures, people think of dogs as having special powers, like talking to spirits or keeping bad spirits away. In Native American cultures, dogs are shown in their art and stories as important protectors of the tribe. For example, the Navajo people tell stories about brave dogs helping humans when they're in trouble. Similarly, in Australian Aboriginal culture, the dingo is seen as a special animal, representing strength and toughness in their stories. In the Western world, dogs are loved and admired in books, art, and movies as faithful friends. Stories like Jack London's White Fang and movies like Lassie and Old Yeller have made people everywhere fall in love with dogs for their loyalty, courage, and love. As the world changes, so do the relationships between people and dogs. New tech and social trends mean that how dogs and people interact is always changing. Things like social media let dog owners talk to each other, share stories and pictures of their pets, and get help from online groups. In addition to all this, veterinary medicine and how we take care of pets have gotten better, which means dogs are healthier and happier. Things like regular checkups, good food, and training help dogs live longer and have better lives. Pet owners have lots of ways to make sure their dogs stay healthy and happy, like keeping them active and giving them things to do. In the future, dogs and people will keep working together and helping each other out. Dogs do all sorts of jobs, like being service animals, therapy dogs, or just friends. As we learn more about them and treat them well, our relationships with dogs will get even better. By understanding and respecting our furry friends, we can make sure we both have happy lives together. It's incredible to see how dogs have integrated themselves into our lives. It's almost a given that you'll find a dog in many households, whether for protection or simply as a beloved companion. The bond between dogs and humans is truly remarkable. They've adapted to our world in ways that never cease to amaze. Looking ahead, I believe this relationship will only strengthen. Dogs already play diverse roles in our lives, from service animals to therapy companions, and their versatility knows no bounds. As we continue to learn more about them and treat them with kindness and respect, our bond with dogs will deepen, ensuring a future filled with happiness and companionship for both parties.